1, 2, now. What the f are my parents gonna say? The success story that got his life together and changed. And you know what pain looks like when you tell your dad you relapsed and look him directly into his face. The seat on your shoulders, deceivingly heavy weight. Haven't seen tears like this on my girl in a while. The trust that I once built's been betrayed. But I'd rather live telling the truth than be judged for my mistakes than falsely held up, giving props, loved and praised. I guess I gotta get this on the page. Feeling if I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over. If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over.
My name's Paul Ressler. I'm the Executive Vice Chairman of the Board of Daytop, New Jersey. And we present to you an overview of the difficulties our children are having in society with drug addiction. At Daytop, we provide an opportunity for these children to find themselves, to get clean, to be in an environment that encourages them to find their way. The situation is a very sad one, and it's only getting worse every day. Money is needed desperately to provide treatment for young adults and adolescents.
New Jersey and most states across the country are experiencing truly epidemic numbers due to the increase in drug overdoses and overdose death. Overdose death is now the #1 cause of accidental death in New Jersey, and much of the problem is found in heroin and other opiates, including prescription pills. Among 18 to 24-year-olds, overdose deaths in New Jersey increased 24% just in the last year, and they did not start using drugs at 18. Adolescent drug use of marijuana and pills and heroin is escalating. In fact, it's epidemic. Kids are dying, and it's both an urban and a suburban problem. Over 100 overdose deaths in Ocean County, over 100 overdoses in Monmouth County and Cape May County just this year, and adolescent treatment beds are literally disappearing at a time when they're needed more than ever. If we don't treat this problem in adolescents that are moving from the experimentation stage to addiction in record time, we are going to lose more and more young people. This is an epidemic. It's a public health crisis, and we have to treat the problem immediately.
It gives kids the knowledge that they need to know to live, to deal with their demons and to live a better life when they come to terms with it. And Daytop helps you come to terms with it. They helped me face a lot of things that I didn't necessarily even know was going on.
Daytop literally saved my life. It was the only rehab that took me in right away. If it wasn't for Daytop, I wouldn't have graduated high school.
They gave us a light, you know, they brought light back into our family. They provided warmth and support and nurturing and showed us how to take our life back.
And all they care about, the counselors, the workers here, the behavioral managers, everybody just cares that you get help and that you will survive once you leave Daytop. They don't want to see you go back and get hurt or go back to the same lifestyle because they care so much about you. And that's what I loved about this place. I literally called this place my family. I still call this place my family. I still stay in touch with all the kids I was in with because we were a family. We lived together, we helped each other, and we got each other to safety.
We know from the request for treatment that teenagers are slipping through the system in New Jersey. I think the juvenile justice system has lost somewhat of its control of pushing kids into treatment because adolescents typically, certainly in terms of residential treatment, don't go voluntarily. They need to be pushed into treatment. They come in dragging. Parents need to push them in. Anybody with influence, especially at a time when it's a matter of life or death and abuse of prescription pills and getting hooked on pills and then heroin. And so kids are slipping through the system. Making an investment now in teenagers that are becoming addicted to drugs is an investment that we cannot afford not to make. And that's what your support will do at Daytop. Help us help this generation to be able to live a responsible adulthood, a life full of happiness and not being chained to the terribleness of addiction.
Hard to imagine how our children, who come from wonderful homes, have all the support of their families that a child could possibly get, find opportunities in education, as well as those who come from urban areas, who struggle with day-to-day simple issues. Hard to believe what addiction does to these young people. And unless you have an addict in your family, or you know someone, then you really don't know what life becomes when an addict is in that mode of lifestyle. Their lives are totally disrupted. So we need you to help us. We need money from you. Anything you could help us with, $10, $20, $100, whatever you can afford to do, every dollar will help. Thank you for the opportunity to provide you with this information.
If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over. If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over.